Hey guys, I just want to make it clear that Donald Trump doesn't hate immigrants as the media say. He's married an immigrant and I don't feel hated by him. What he hates are the criminals who entered the country illegally to do this. Watch this video.
It was the day the rest of my life changed for the better. Jocelyn Lascelle Nungare was born. She was the happiest, chunkiest little baby. She grew up to have this spunky, quirky, funny, beautiful little 12-year-old young lady. She had a personality like no other. She was so caring, loving, thoughtful, one of the greatest friends you could ask for. She was so talented. She had the biggest dreams to be an actress, and she swore that she was going to be famous one day. It has been 2 months and 25 days today since my daughter has passed away. On Monday, June 17th, 2024, my daughter Jocelyn was murdered and thrown in a bayou of water underneath a creek. On that Sunday night before I went to bed, told Jocelyn goodnight, and I loved her. She was there when I closed my eyes that night, and that Monday morning when I opened my eyes, she was gone. She was a preteen, out doing what teenagers do, going to the corner store to get a soda. She was preyed on by 2 illegal Venezuelan immigrants. They saw an innocent young girl and made her a target for their horrendous actions. That Monday morning, June 17th, was terrifying, waking up to know your child was missing and frantically searching the area where her phone was being pinged just 2 minutes away from our home. Driving up to that exact location to see crime scene tape and officers by a bridge, my heart sank. I ran out of the car to the officers. I explained I woke up to my daughter missing and I don't know where she is, but her phone was pinging right where we were. They said they hadn't seen anything and they would let me know. Within 45 minutes, I received a phone call from a sergeant asking me to come downtown to discuss her whereabouts. I'm still hanging on the hope that my 12-year-old daughter is still somewhere out there. They bring me to the floor labeled Homicide Division. I didn't know what to think. After being taken to a room, speaking for about every minute I remember leading up to my last moments with her was when they had finally told me that the body where my daughter's Jocelyn's phone was being pinged, followed by seeing the photo I showed them, confirmed their suspicions, and they did believe the Jane Doe body that was found matched the picture of my daughter, Jocelyn Nungare. My heart shattered. I couldn't believe what was just told to me. A day after being told about my daughter, I was told they were going to need to release pictures of the illegal immigrants and my daughter from footage to the local news stations to help find who murdered my daughter, Jocelyn. They proceeded to tell me how my daughter was murdered. She was strangled to death. She had no clothing from the waist down. Her hands and her ankles were tied and thrown under the bridge of water like she was nothing but garbage. The community of Houston was the biggest support. Just 24 hours for them to be found, arrested, and charged with capital murder. Within those same hours, I received a phone call from the medical forensics confirming that the body was in fact my daughter, Jocelyn. The 2 illegal immigrants were Johan Jose Martinez Rangel, 22, and Franklin Pena Ramos, 26 years old. They're both Venezuelan natives. The Border Patrol apprehended Johan near El Paso on March 14th and was released that same day on an order of recognizance with a notice to appear. The Border Patrol also apprehended Franklin Pena on May 28th, also near El Paso. On that same day he was apprehended, a judge also ordered Franklin to appear in court at a later date. Because of the Biden-Harris administration open border policies catch and release, they were enrolled in the Alternatives to Detention program. This meant that they were released into the United States. It was not even a full 3 weeks later that they would take my daughter, Jocelyn Nungare's life. They saw a young girl, my daughter, Jocelyn, and placed a target on her without her even knowing. They were seen on video at 12:57 a.m. on June 17th walking across the street down by the bayou under the bridge. At 3:04, only the 2 illegal immigrants emerged. They were down there for 2 whole hours. I can't even fathom what was going through Jocelyn's mind, the amount of fear she was feeling in the last moments of her life. Franklin Pena confessed that they had did something bad, the fact that they knew that their faces were exposed all over the news. They were trying to ask their boss for money so they could leave town. It was told one of the illegal immigrants told the other one after they were finished to throw Jocelyn down in the bayou under the bridge to, quote unquote, get rid of any DNA. Individuals like that do not have a heart. They are nothing but monsters who are predators, and those are the kind of individuals that we so openly let in this country. I believe the Biden-Harris administration open border policies are responsible for the death of my daughter. The program of the 2 illegal immigrants were enrolled to failed my daughter. I'm here to use my voice and raise awareness of how broken